The Killer is the brand new Netflix original film that is directed by David Fincher, and he reteams with one of his co-writers from Seven, also reteams with composers Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. This film stars Michael Fassbender as an unnamed mercenary slash assassin who we basically watch go through meticulously how he kills people. But the movie kicks forward when a mission goes wrong, and he is wronged by two other assassins as he tries to get back even. The film also has Tilda Swinton and Charles Parnell in limited roles. The film is 1 hour and 58 minutes and is rated R. Welcome back to a brand new movie review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Denenberg. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, movie rankings, and every Monday, my box office breakdown show. So please subscribe, ring the bell. If you're new to the channel, comment down below. First of all, have you seen The Killer? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Is this top tier Fincher? Is this bottom tier Fincher? If you've not seen it, tell me, are you waiting for this to see if it gets award buzz or anything like that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Comment down below. Also, please like the video. Sorry, I have to repeat myself. Like the video, the thumbs up button. That's how you support this channel as well. So I was very excited for The Killer. I was a week and a half, 2 weeks late to see this movie, but I got to see it last night and I wanted to talk about it on this channel. So let's get into my thoughts on The Killer on Netflix. And I do want to say off the bat, as I usually do, about my general thoughts of the movie. I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie from start to finish. It is an extremely sleek, well-made, simple assassin movie. This movie is not super complex as compared to a lot of other films in Fincher's filmography. But this film definitely feels fresh in the assassin genre. Usually in this genre, you have John Wick and you have things like that where it's kind of the action is raised up all the way. It's about the violence of the kills and the quirky jokes and the cheesiness. And this movie takes itself very seriously. And there's not one moment that it takes you out of anything like that. There's one big action scene, or I guess one big fight scene that happens halfway through the movie. But other than that, it's a pretty bleak movie. It doesn't have a lot of action in it. And the kills are very quick. And the movie basically takes you in the mind of an assassin. Fassbender's character does not have that much dialogue. He actually has a lot more narration than he actually does spoken word dialogue in the movie. The movie is heavily used narration. And for a lot of people, that will take them out of the movie. But for me, it was interesting because what the narration does is it puts you inside the mind of an assassin. He has a mantra. He has things that he has to go through before he makes a kill. He's not going to kill someone and make it easy. He needs to kill the person, I guess, in the right way. And the movie doesn't also glorify the killer in the movie as well. He is not a good person. He is not seen as a good person. We're just taken on the ride with this character. And I think the best part about this movie is the filmmaking that is on display from David Fincher, whose last film was another Netflix film in Mank back in 2020, which was nominated for a lot of Oscars. It wasn't really for me. And before that was his last theatrical film was Gone Girl, which was 9 years ago. But I think this is definitely a return to form for Fincher, in my opinion, after Mank. And his filmmaking is on display. You can kind of feel very similar to another Fincher film in Panic Room, where both movies are very simple, probably could have been directed by anyone, but are completely elevated by Fincher's filmmaking style in the movie. The sound design is also amazing to watch when, the killer's character, he's unnamed throughout the movie. Fassbender's character has to listen to music, and there's times where the sound has it when we're inside the mind of him, and then sometimes when we're just looking at him, just observing what he's doing. It's really good sound design to put you in the correct perspective. If we're with the character in his mind or we're outside of his mind, just observing what he's doing. And the sound design really elevates this movie. Also the cinematographer and the duo of Eric Messerschmidt. Hopefully I'm saying Messerschmidt's name right. He also was the DP for Mank, for Fincher. So his second time going with Fincher, and it's a gorgeous movie from start to finish. Now we do go through a lot of different locations. We go to the Dominican Republic, New Orleans, Miami, Paris. There's a lot of different locations in the movie, and that obviously helps, but the filmmaking and the cinematography on display is definitely fantastic in the movie. Also, Michael Fassbender is one of the more underrated actors in Hollywood, and a big reason why is that he's very selective with his projects. He has 2 movies that just came out, this one and Next Goal Wins. And these are his first 2 films since Dark Phoenix, which came out in 2019. He usually doesn't do those 4 or 5 movies a year, so he's very selective. And he's extremely well cast in this movie. I think a lot of people are going to take this performance for granted because a lot of the dialogue is narration, but his body language, his eyes, you can just feel the emotions and really the not emotion that this character is feeling. And Fassbender is terrific in the film. A lot of the other characters are very much supporting because every single shot of the movie is Fassbender. He's in every scene. He's in every shot. So, you know, it's not really an ensemble piece. It's really character focused on Fassbender. But out of the supporting cast, Tilda Swinton gets probably the best scene of the entire movie, where she's a sit-down scene with the killer later in the movie. And it's easily the strongest scene of the movie that is, I think, the most intense of the entire film. Also, the one fight scene is fantastic. It feels like a very even fight. And I just enjoyed the hell out of that one fight scene that we got in the movie. Also, one of my favorite aspects of the movie was kind of how realistic this is. This killer is not far-fetched. This feels like a person that sadly could actually be happening today. And because Fincher and the writers choose that the assassin gets his materials from common things that everyone else gets through. He gets something from Amazon. He uses Postmates to get something. He gets drugs, medicine from other things. He uses things that any human being can get today, and that what is exactly what also makes the movie extremely fascinating to watch. On the negative side, I think the ending of the movie is not as satisfying. They kind of split this up into parts. I think there's 6 parts in the movie, and the second to last part, I feel, is a lot stronger of an ending than the actual last part of the movie. I felt like when we crescendoed for that second to last part of the movie was about to end, and then we still have 30 minutes left. And I felt like it was good, but it was okay, but not good or great. I think the biggest problem with the movie is motivation factor. Our whole character says that he does not need empathy, but there's obviously, this is a kind of a revenge movie. There's someone close in his life who gets attacked early in the movie, and that's why he's on this revenge path. And they kind of give the killer, as he's named in the movie, no screen time with this person. There's kind of one scene in the entire movie, and it's not a happy scene with this character. Obviously, it's a tragic scene with the character. And I think the movie would have been a lot more interesting and emotionally satisfying if we had more time with the killer outside of being an assassin. He is literally an assassin the whole movie. But I think if they gave some more time to his family life outside of being an assassin, a bit more screen time, like 10 or 15 more minutes, even just 10 minutes, I mean, the movie would have been completely elevated. So that's my thoughts on The Killer. Overall, I really enjoyed this Fincher film. It's not top tier Fincher, but this is a really good movie that I do think should be watched on Netflix. I'm going to give The Killer a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm going to go 82% for The Killer on Netflix. What are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video, thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys soon.